What's up, my friends? Welcome to my first Aetherdrift draft here for YouTube. Had some microphone problems. We have a few seconds here to look at our first pack. We got Web Strike Elite, 2 mana, 3/3 reach. Cycling, you can destroy artifacts or enchantments. Very nice card. Defend the Rider is cool. You can give something hexproof and indestructible or cash it in for a pilot. Road Rage is great. 1 mana, deal 2 or even more if you have more vehicles and mounts. Voyage Home is awesome in the artifact deck. But I think we're going to go ahead and just take the Web Strike Elite here, as he's a 2 mana 3/3 with reach, which is pretty nuts. And also in probably the deepest color in the set. This is a great card here. Hazardous Dunes, I think, is an absolute rock star. You really need some big bodies with trample to break up some of the stalemate type boards that can occur in this set, it seems. And I think Hazardous Dunes is perfect for that. You can drop it on turn 4. It's a big body. It's got trample and reach. And then later you can cash it in and it becomes a 7/7 trample reach. Another Defend the Rider. Maybe we'll wheel one. 2 mana Death Toucher is also nice, especially because he's a mount. Works perfectly with the Run Over spell. Skyseeker Serpent is very nice as well if we want to end up in green-blue. We also have another Death Toucher mount. And the Broken Wings, of course, great in this set, as you can blow up artifacts, enchantments, and flying creatures, of which there are a billion. Also a Glory Heath Lynx, though. I have not had a chance to run this one yet, and I kind of want to take it over the Sky Serpent, even though the Sky Serpent, I think, is probably better. Better than a 2 mana 2/3 lifelinker that fetches you lands. I just have a feeling that this is better. The fact that it can fly, turn into a 2/2, fetches you tons of lands, it's got Death Touch. Does pretty much everything you want it to do. We get yet another Venom Sac Lagak. We'll go ahead and take that probably. There's a spin out here if we wanted to be in black-green potentially. It's a murder. It also murders vehicles. Outpace Oblivion is also really nice. Green-red is very good. This starts your engines, deals 5 to a target creature or planeswalker, and then you can sacrifice it to deal 2 sometimes to your opponent's face, not always. It's between these two, I think. I think we'll probably wheel some of these Venom guys, because we've seen so many. Adrenaline Jockeys, 3 mana 3/3. Whenever you activate an exhaust ability, you get +1/+1. We do have the Hazard of the Dunes. The Skyseeker Serpent would get cut if we were in red-green, most likely. So, still a pretty good card, though. Take it. Certainly would not mind having more Hazard of the Dunes or some other of the big exhaust green creatures. Here is a Mana Dork. Kind of nice. Beast Rider is good late game to dig through your deck and find some extra juice. I think we go ahead and just take the Mana Dork, though. Green certainly got a lot of places to put mana, especially with the exhaust abilities. There's tons of sinks. Here we've got another Broken Wings and a Gastel Blockbuster. Go ahead and take the Broken Wings now. That is a very large creature. So we have yet another Venom Sac. This is pick 8, so I'm guessing some of these things are going to wheel. I do like the Night Market. I think the Terrian is interesting. There's a few ways to give things trample in this set. We'll go ahead and take that. Voyage Home wheeled. Speaking of ways to give trample, this is one of them. I don't think it's particularly great. It does cost 3 mana, but on a stalled board, you can swing for 12 damage here that is trample, and that's pretty good. It's or +4, +3/3. Yeah, +4. This thing's for 13. I think I'm going to take the Rugged Highlands here, as, again, I think we're going to wheel more of these Venoms. I don't know why they're wheeling. I think they're pretty good. Ooze is okay. It's not bad. It's decent in the later game. I think it's better in black-green where you're self-milling a little bit. But yeah, this card can easily be a 4 mana 6/6, 7/7. Okay, maybe we passed on too many of the Venoms. Aether Jacket is okay. Probably not going to play it. Did not get any of the Venom Sacs. We do get an Atchik Emerald Radiant. So we could, in theory, splash like the Outpace Oblivion. That's really our only red card that we care about. And then end up in black-green and take the Atchik. Got another Terrian. You think the broadside barrage is nice if you're in that color pair. Stampeding foot, scurry foot, hard name to say, is basically 5 mana for a 2/2 and a 3/3. But yeah, I'm going to take the Achik. So this, when it enters, you create 1/1 insects for each artifact and or creature in your graveyard. And then when another insect you control dies, you put a +1/+1 counter, and then each opponent loses 1 life. So yeah, I'm going to take this. I think it's a very nice card. And if we end up in black, maybe we'll see some good black cards. We saw the murder. About it, to be honest. I don't think black is that deep. Another Ooze Patrol is good in black-green. There's not much else here that I want. I do think the Mind Spring Merfolk is good. We're not tied to green-black. We're not tied to green-red. We're not tied to green-blue. We could take the Merfolk here. Basically, you get to exhaust it, draw X cards, put some +1/+1 counters on this for each creature you control. So it's good early game, it's good late game. Passing an Ooze Patrol and Maximum Overdrive is pretty nice. It does give you counters, and it's a nice combat trick. I think we'll go with the Merfolk here, though. We're still kind of up in the air, and I'd rather take a rare than a common if we don't even know which one we're going to end up playing. Beast Rider is probably the best thing for us here. Or maybe the Pact Terror, actually. I think the Pact Doll Terror is a little bit better. What's our curve looking like? Definitely want to be heavy green. Take another 2-drop here. Oh, this is an artifact, which matters for the Achik. Spikeshell Harrier is really, really nasty. It's a 5-mana 4/4 that can bounce something and reduce speed. I think this card is great. And there's not much else for me here. I mean, the bike is okay if we're trying to play 3 colors. Goblin's okay. Ride's End is good, but not our color. I'm going to take the best card, which is the blue card. So, okay. We got some more big creatures here. We've got the Ketrodon, which is a 6-mana reach, 6/6, gain 4 life. That's pretty insane. You can also cycle it, so it's never dead. The Mole could be good if we're trying to play multiple colors, but yeah, I'm just going to keep taking the good green cards here. Another good green top-end card. Whenever this creature attacks, or enters or attacks while saddled, you create a 3/3. So this is a 6-mana 5/5 plus a 3/3. And then if you can swing with it, it just creates 3/3s repeatedly. Ooh, another Hazard of the Dunes, though. I almost like that better, in the sense that you could play it earlier. Oh, man, that's a tight one. I do want to pick up another Hazard. Now we get another Ketrodon and a Plow Through. We're going to take the Plow Through. It's just good removal. I do think we're leaning more towards green-blue at this point. Green-black really only got the Achik. Blue has the Harrier and the Serpent and the Merfolk. So I do think, hey, there's our run over. And man, I would have loved to take in this Falls, but we're going to take our first run over for sure. Best removal in the set. 2 mana. Oftentimes only 1 mana. And it's an instant bite. Stampeding here over another 9/7. I don't think we need more big creatures. I don't even know if this one will make the cut, to be honest. Yeah, I really like this. Drop it on turn 1 if you have it. Drop it on turn 5. Get a 2/2 and a 3/3. Another Ooze Patrol, but probably not going to end up in black. We'll see what we open in pack 3. We're not tied to any third color still. Could end up in red. It could splash a red card. Another Voyage Home late. We'll take the 2-drop here for sure. Now we have another good green 2-drop. This returns a creature, a mount, a vehicle, and another random creature with no abilities, which could be like the Tarion. But the Thopter is pretty good. I'm going to take the Thopter. I think we are moving more into blue. Mole could help us play a third color or splash. So the Aether Hive is good for exhaust abilities, and I know we have at least a couple with the Hazard, the Sky Serpent. Well, that could be it. Maybe we don't have that many. Still a good 3-mana 3/5 Vigilance. Crew 1 is pretty nutty. Another run over, though. And the lightning strike. Wow. Tough options here. I think we're going to take the Aether Hive, though. It's just a really good vehicle. And we get another run over. The blowout is also very nice. It draws you a card. I don't like that it's sorcery speed. It's like Repulse, but worse. I do like it. So we want our first blowout over our second run over. No. I like run over too much. Green, black. I don't think we're going to be splashing the Atchik, so probably not. Bounce off we could play. Alright, so we're probably cutting the black cards. We're probably cutting the red cards, except for maybe Outpace. Adrenaline Jockey can get cut. Catalyzer gets cut. Pack Terror gets cut. Okay, so this is kind of what our deck looks like. The potential of splashing red. We have Bounce Off. Yeah, I'll take a cheap 1-mana bounce spell. At instant speed. I think it's pretty nice at instant speed. Scurryfoot. Thorn. Wood Falls could be good here for our land if we're going to try and splash. Do love a Grim Bauble. Omnivore would have been decent if we had gotten the card that returns vanilla creatures. Hour of Victory is decent. Dung Beetle is just a huge vehicle. I'm gonna take the land though here. I kind of like the Fang Guardian. It's an interesting combat trick / creature. We've also got the Somewhat Driving Force is a 6 mana, start your engines. We need to splash white. Ooh, Flood the Engines is also nice. It's just pacifism basically for blue. But I think I'm going to take the good creature here instead. We do have a couple runovers. The Plow Through. Potentially the Outpace. Well, there's a red-green land. Kind of makes splashing the Outpace free. I am lacking 2 drops here. Okay. Scurryfoot is pseudo 2-drop. You can drop him on turn 1 or turn 2. We get Sita pick 8. Wow. That's a huge 2-drop pickup. That's absurd. That's like probably the best card we could have asked for right now. Another Mammoth we don't need. But this is a 2-drop. It's a 2/3. Exhaust, put +1/+1 counters on Sita, and then all the base power and toughness of other creatures you control become Sita's power. You can drop that early, bounce it later, play it again, exhaust it again for much more. Another run over Wield. Okay, that's absurd. Sure. So we could take a Road or a Gibberick. We don't really have many vehicles. I think we just have one. Gibberick is a 2-drop. I think I'm going to take the 2-drop in case we do want one more. And this is a mid-tier payoff for starting your engines. We wheel the Pothole Maul. I'll definitely play that. We may already have one, but it's a good card. What does our deck look like? What does our removal look like? We've got Broken Wings as well. We have Bestow Greatness, 3 runovers, Plow Through, and a Bounce Off. I don't think we need the Outpace Oblivion. It's a 3-mana deal 5, which is nice, but we have a lot of removal. I think I'd rather just make life easy here, casting my spells. Don't know why I removed my lands like this. Don't. Talk about it in the comments, please. It's embarrassing. Okay. What do we got here? A couple Pothole Mauls. We probably don't need... yeah, especially if we're not splashing. I don't think we need that many. The Ooze Patrols would have been better in black. We have a lot of... what did I do to my cards? We put all of our removal here. Yeah, all of our 4-drops are good. If I'm playing the Bestow Greatness, I'm definitely playing the Tarion. We do have a bunch of top end, which is good. I think you need I think you need some big bodies in this set for sure. Pothole Mold does help not miss lands. I think we'll cut one, though. I think I might cut Gibberick. We have the 2 Scurryfoots. I do think Bestow Greatness is kind of bad, but again, I've seen so many stalled boards. Just almost feel like it's necessary, but I don't think it's that good. I think it's my only way to give Trample. I think we have 1 Trample creature. I think because we have enough runovers, we'll just go ahead and cut it. Okay. Alrighty. I think this looks good. We have 10 green sources for the Tarian. Got some good removal. We got a good vehicle. Some ramp. Land fixing. I think we're good. We got everything we need. Let's win. Two Scurryfoots. This is not a pretty opening hand, but it is an opening hand. I can say that much about it. Do need to find some land here. Okay. Preferably green land, I should have specified. My card is way worse than his card. This thing gets saddled next turn, and then he gets to get even more counters on there. Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and offer the trade, because he's going to saddle this up, and then it's going to get another counter, and then we're going to have to trade our 2/2, so might as well offer the trade of the 1/1. Jeez. And we're obviously going to trade here. His 1/1's better than my 2/2. That's a bad sign. Alright. I think we have to kill this. Whenever this attacks while saddled, you put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target mounts or vehicles. Like, he probably should have kept this alive and then saddled this up next turn. So I almost think we just have to run this thing over, which is kind of nutty. Quality of his cards are way higher than the quality of my cards. Definitely need to find another green source and hopefully a 4th land here. Beautiful. Okay. This does have flash. It also has exhaust here, so almost unfortunate that this has exhaust, because otherwise he'd probably attack. He's going to get to make it a 3/3. A 4/4. Oh, you can put it on the same one? Oh, wow. That's crazy. I thought you had to put it on 2 different, like the card from Foundations. The white card, I forget what it's called. Oh, that's not good. Guess in that case, we're just going to go ahead and activate this ability. And no blocks. Okay, land is good. We can almost get the Mammoth out. Jesus Christ. Okay, he's going to make that a 6/6, or he can make this a 4/5. 6/6, huh? Oh, that's not ideal. Guess we're going to go ahead and just chump block this thing and then pop out another 3/3. We hit a land, we get the Mammoth. Mammoth's not even big enough. chump block with the 2/2, and now we're threatening some serious attacking power here. I wonder if he was in my pool. We saw the Samut. Yikes. And what does this do? Other creatures you control get +X/+O, where X is your speed. Jeez. Non-creature spells cost X less to cast. Wow. Okay. I can't eat 8 damage. He's got 2 flying vehicles. Oh, the bad news is I can't just swing with everything and then pump with Fang, because he can chump 5/5. We could use 2 to saddle up. We create another one. Okay, we get him with the Fang. That is nice. Love to see that. Okay, and then we get to heal for 1. This is no longer an 8/6, it's now only a 6/6. Jeez. Okay, Hazard is nice. Can we just swing with everything? He's only got 2 blockers. He blocks these 2, and then we hit him for a lot. Answer there is yes. This cannot saddle that alone, so... we just win, right? Block. Or no, because he can... Crew. Well, yeah, but then... Blocks will hit for 3, 6, yeah. Alright. Trust in the math. Good game. Okay. Game number 2. Only getting 1 forest here, but the web strike. 2 big drops. This is pretty bad. I literally can't do anything until turn 4 right now. Except for maybe destroy a vehicle. If this was 2 green cards, it'd be so good. I can't risk it, though. I'm just gonna... cross our fingers here. Draw a forest. Yikes. Okay, it's an artifact. You can't blow it up, right? Only vehicles. Okay, we got the forest, though. Thank God. Beginning of your upkeep, surveil. Sacrifice this, return 1 creature or vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield. That is absurd. That is gross. Don't think we have any way to blow that up other than the web strike, by the way. But we would have needed some more mana. Ward, pay 2 life. Artifacts you have ward as well. Pay 2 life. Exhaust. Exile X artifacts from your graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets -X/-X. That is wild. Okay. Well. What the hell? Guess we just play this out and pass. We'll offer the trade. I think his thing's better than my thing. Yes, he can bring it back, but then this thing gets sacked, so I would not mind seeing this thing get sacked. We can always bounce anything to the owner's hand. Okay. That's a scary one to get back. Not super scary, but certainly not ideal. If I bounce the ooze, we get to swing for 4, but then this thing's going to come back as a 7/7. Not super ideal either. I don't really want it to be bigger than a 5/5 because then we can't swing very easily. That being said, what else are we going to do here? Pretty much nothing, so we'll just buy some time. Smack him in the face, get some tempo. And then next turn we get a Mammoth. 5/5 and a 3/3 that creates more 3/3s. And then we are 1 turn away after that, if we get 1 more land, from pumping this into a 7/7. Which we now really hope that the ooze is not a 7/7. I think with the Broodheart, it could have been easily, but okay, good. That's good for me. Bad for me is we can't swing here. Okay. We can hit a land, that's fine. If not, we have the Molt Tender in order to get the 7th land for the hazard. Definitely want to see him tapping out here and not playing anything enormous. It has to be activated as a sorcery, so if we're able to trade the Mammoth and also get another 3/3 out of it, then that's huge. Basically a 6 mana, get 2 3/3 tokens, plus remove your opponent's 5/5. I'll take that trade all the time. Okay, starting column's fine. That's an annoying card, but quite happy to see it right now. So if we swing with everything, he kills a 4/4. We do 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Sheesh. And we missed that land. We could have swung with this, saddled, and hit for 7 with that. Okay. We just swing with this. Do that. Activate this now. Do we swing with everything? We lose the dunes? No, of course we don't. I mean, if he makes that trade, we have a horde that's about to swing at him here. I think here we'll see him bring back the ooze, and it will be at least a 6/6 or 7/7. But, I mean, if that's his whole turn, then we just swing with everything and win. Not to mention the hazard is going to be a 7/7 trampler here. He needs a Wrath effect, and I don't think that there are any, knock on wood. There might be one. There's a couple things that do like 2 to everything. Maybe not a couple, but there's at least one thing that does 2 to everything. No, there's at least 2. Because there's a large black creature that does -2/-2 to everything, and then there's the red card that deals 2 to all creatures. Still learning all the new cards. What do you got? What in the hell is this? Myoplasm? What in the heck? When it enters, exile up to X creature cards from your graveyard. It enters with 3+1/+1 for each creature card exiled. Weird. Okay. Sure. He has to block this, and then we just do infinite damage almost. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Off by 2. Maybe we should have swung with the molt. I was thinking we would want to pump, but we actually don't. So we should have swung. We'd be 1 off lethal. Okay. That was a mistake. Figured math was for suckers, but turns out I'm an idiot. Okay. We can turn this into anything here, but that doesn't matter. He left the ooze in there, but now the ooze is going to be small. Junker? Oh no. Okay, this is not... Okay, there's also Chandra's whatever that does like 1,000,000 damage to everything based on one of your creatures. So it would have done like 9 to my face, 9 to all my creatures. I think that's the only thing that could beat me. But that's red, so he doesn't have red. What does this do when the vehicle enters for each player? Destroy up to 1 target creature. So there goes my 4/4. That's fine. Also a vehicle that we can finally blow up. He gains 3 life is really annoying, but that might just do it for him here. Yep, that's a nice top deck too. Get +2 to something. But he was tapped out, so. Restful games. GG's. Okay. Yeah, no, this looks great. The problem is we're on the draw, and we have a tapped land with a couple 1-drops. So the question is, how do we want to do this? Run over is good, especially with the Sky Serpent. You know, we never got any Venom sacks for this deck, which is kind of insane. I don't need this on turn 1. I don't need these on turn 1. I'm going to play this, though, on turn 1. I think it's fine, because we can go turn 2 Sky Serpent, and then turn 3 we'll just drop this, and then we'll still have Run Over or the Merfolk. The Merfolk's better late game anyway, so... Or later, you know. I don't need to play it on turn 1. It's just a 1/1. I would definitely block that. Okay. Do this. Okay, lightning strike gone. Sure. Alright, a little bit of an awkward turn here. Definitely don't want that Merfolk to die. We definitely want to draw some cards off of it, even if it's immediately, right away here. Next turn we have the Terror. So, X would be 2 here. I mean, we could... Draw 2 is pretty nutty. Draw 3 even better. He swings here. Do we drop the Fang? No. I don't think we do. I think the issue with dropping the Fang is then we tap out, and then he can kill my Merfolk. We can't, can't draw any cards off of it, and obviously I want to draw cards, right? So as much as I would love... Wait, I can't exhaust that right now? Why not? Oh, I have to tap it. Okay, well, I would have had to run over this guy. Guess I should read the cards better. I think most exhaust abilities don't require you to tap the thing, so... That one caught me off guard. Oops. Wouldn't have been the end of the world. We would have just run over the... I mean, it wouldn't have been good. But at least we could just run something over. Opponent was so embarrassed by my misplay that he quit. That's fair. Really? Man, if it was 2 green instead of 2 blue, we'd have the Pothole Mole. We'd have the Beast. That's painful. We have 10 green sources. We're on the draw. The only thing we can do is play a 1-1 if we don't find any green. Oh, what a bad spot to be in. I'm going to keep, and here's why. I'm due for a green. No, we could play the Merfolk, and then even if we draw another blue source, if he doesn't kill this thing, we'll be able to exhaust it and draw 1 on turn 3. Like if we draw a 3rd blue, right? Instead of drawing a green, which we're going to draw green here because we're due. Okay, we actually drew the next blue. Okay, that's not ideal. Point is, next turn we'll be able to draw an extra card. So I figured with the extra draw step, we would be able to hopefully be able to do something. Wow, are you actually kidding me? Alright, well, I have no choice. We can wait, though. That's very upsetting, though. Okay. X is 1. And we did hit a tapped green source. Oh, come on, man. That's so gross. So upsetting. Weird that it still shows the tap symbol on here when I cannot tap it. Thank you. Alright, so now we have 5 mana. We can go Sky Serpent to get a Death Toucher out. Or we could just float for the Fang play. Feels a little risky. The Pothole Mole could be decent here with the Sky Serpent. I think that's the safer bet. I just don't want to lose my Sky Serpent before I get to actually exhaust it. But I'm going to go with this play. Jeez, man, they really didn't want me to have land. Doing their best. Okay. Definitely want to keep the Death Toucher alive since we have 2 run-overs, and obviously they will be very good with the Death Toucher. Alright. Good news is we finally stabilized here at 24 to 15 health, while my opponent has 2 packed Terror Dolls that both need to die on the board. Otherwise, he gets to deal 2 and heal 2 for every single artifact that he plays, which is probably going to be a lot if this is his deck. Yeah, I think we just run over while he's tapped out. Just kill them both. Then we'll have 2 mana left over. We can play the Beast Rider. Or even Seed of Arma, but I don't think we want to play that yet. Kind of also want to ramp, though. We have a lot of cards. We could use the mana. Alright, so 4. So let's just do nothing. The plan is to chump block something with the Sky Serpent if he attacks. And that's annoying. Okay, but actually it's not annoying. This is why we wait, right? Because now he's going to pump something. We'll take 2, but that's okay. I don't care. Like, whatever he pumps, which is hopefully the dolls. Hopefully he'll pump one of the dolls. Okay. Wow, he pumped the 2 things. That are a little annoying. Okay. We actually just block like this. Okay. Definitely want to kill this as well, but we'll start with the doll. Kind of expected him to try and keep these alive by putting some counters on them, but I guess he saw through my plan. Bounce spell is good. We can get rid of the other +1/+1 counter here. That leaves me with 3 mana. Go Scurryfoot and hold Run Over open. Sure. He wants to trade his Sky Cloud. I will allow it. Okay. We now have the board. He does not. He does have a couple creatures. We've got the Fang Guardian, and then Seed of Arma is going to be really nice. We have a lot of mana. You can exhaust this thing, get a bunch of +1/+1 counters. Everything else gets base toughness and power of Seed of Arma's power. Other land means that this is going to be enormous. So we get to swing. Wow, he had 3 of these? Or did he get that back? He got it back. Dune Drifter. Jeez. Okay. Alright, so we have to be a little bit careful. We probably can't just swing with everything here as massive creatures. We can leave 5 open. And then swing here. This. Do the Fang that we can flash in. We have the Stampeding Scurryfoot. We have the Vanguard to draw. Got a lot of options. I definitely want to get rid of that Packed Terror doll. So this can become... You need 3. So 5. I can only put 4 mana on at the same turn it comes down. Doesn't seem like a good attack. When we can... Oh. Okay. I would happily block the doll. I mean, here we can just create a 3/3. I'm not really sure what he's... He must have something, obviously, right? Okay. I'll take my chances this way. This way we get another creature on the board, and if he has a removal spell as his final spell, then he's going to have to use it. Now the wider we get, Seat of Arm is going to be able to pump everything to 6/6. Okay, there you go. Got rid of his last card. Now 7/7, so we have 4 7/7 swinging. It's 21, 8, 28. But nailed it on the first try. 28 damage. He's going to have to at least chump, and he's going to have to chump with the Pack Terror. So, I mean, I think it's worth. We'll still get clapped back for probably 6, but he'll be at 2 health. But yeah, I think we just go for it. So 3 minus 8 is 5. Well, plus we're going to have a blocker, so it's not even... Take action. Let's go. Good stuff. Down to 2. We have a bunch of threats. This still has not been exhausted. Seat of Arm is insane. Let's go. Or no. Okay, our deck is on fire. We keep starting with 2 lands. Oh boy, a bunch of 6. Excuse me, 6 drops. Yeesh. But we do have the Molt Tender. We're going second. I'm going to keep. I mean, we have played the Mind Spring as well. We can ramp quickly and get to the 6 drops. We'll be happy. Pothole Mole, huh? I think the play here is to just pass. And then if this thing survives, I am going to mill a card. Okay. We do lose our awesome creature, but I mean, that's all our opponent's been doing. We now get to play a 4-drop if we want. I actually would rather just do this, though. And that'll probably just smack him in the face now that we have multiple things in the graveyard. We want a blue source, I think. We have a lot more green in this deck than blue. This is double green, not double blue. I don't think I have any double blue. No. I'm going to go green here. Smack him in the face. Okay. Ripclaw makes me discard. Okay. What do we want to discard? Yikes. This is tough. I don't want to lose my 6 drops. I'm almost leaning towards the Fang Guardian, but Seed is not good till later. But is obviously a huge threat, as we saw from last game. Could throw away the land, but then we're further away from the 6 drops. Which leads me back to the Fang, but the Fang is kind of the only thing I can do next turn. This is awkward. We are ditching a 6 drop. Which one's worse? Okay. Aetherdrift smack for 3. Now we really did not need to mill. And what did we mill? We milled the Web Strike. I can't get over that they named a card Web Strike, and I think the next set is the Spider-Man set, right? Is that like an inside joke? Won't there be like Web Strikes in the next set? Won't be any elite ones, that's for sure. Okay, he's got 3 mana open. He can crew this vehicle, so we have to be careful. It costs 2. Activate only as a sword for a mount. Vehicle you can do whenever you want. Okay. So vehicle he can do for 2 mana. And that would give him a 4/3, so we can still swing with the Aetherdrift and the Liar here. Well, plus we can even get him with the Fang. Okay. Got him. Okay, if we can get in our land now, then we've got our Mammoth. Our Hazard next turn could be fine. Sita getting ready to pop everything into like at least 4/4, 5/5 territory. Bounce is probably the token? What else are you going to bounce? If you bounce this, I get more tokens. Go. Okay. Land is fine. Still get to swing with the Guardian. Okay. Fine either way. And we will go ahead and drop the 6 drop. Rid of an island. We are extraordinarily wide now. This turn we can hopefully get the Hazard and the Seed of Arma. Is this the same guy, the Pact Dolls? I don't think so. Okay, no more blue sources. I guess we should have taken another blue back when we had the chance, huh? I mean, I'm definitely going to swing with this. If we could take out the Pact Terror Doll, then I'm happy. Plus we get another 3/3. And we're going to replace the 5/5 with a 3/3 and a 4/4 and a Seed of Arma. So, yeah. Go ahead and battle this guy up. Actually, I'm going to swing with the 4/2 as well. Very likely we'll just get taken out by the 3/1, but that's okay. Okay, let's get rid of the doll. Doll kills, and that's annoying. Now we have a Trampler and a way to pump everything in my army to absurd heights. Thank you. Please don't hurt me. Okay, spin out's fine. As he can't kill both. If he kills both my awesome threats, then we'll be sad. Yeah, I mean, I want to activate an exhaust, then we can't do it this turn. Question is my opponent holding a second spin out, for instance? Because then if we pump this, and then he just blocks here, he eats 6, 7, 8, 9. Still pretty good. I actually can't swing with the tender, so he'd only eat 8. Okay. You really have it? Wow, he really does. That's so disgusting. It's actually disgusting. Do we just hit him for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, we're still threatening lethals. We actually don't even have to pump it. Wait, what? He didn't have it? Oh. Was slightly confusing, but well played by me. I could count to 12 or something. Let's go, me. All right, 5-0. What a start. Keep it up. Got the Serpent. That is great. We got some big top end. We got the Aether thingy majob. We got a 1-drop. Honestly, I don't really know if running this out on turn 1 is the greatest play of all time. Well, against the 4-1, I'll happily take that block. Okay. Don't mind finding land. We want to get 4. High Rocks. Yeah, I don't know if this card is, like, that good. Sure, it's good with the Fang that can search for vanilla. Like he's going to hurt something here. What is he doing? Lightning strikes my Serpent. Makes me sad, but I will still block here. Okay. Alright, Hazard of the Dunes is a phenomenal hit, because now we can go Aether Hive this turn, Hazard next turn, hopefully exhaust this thing shortly thereafter, draw a card off the exhaust. I just got it. It's called exhaust, because it's like vehicles, like the exhaust that comes out of a... Is that right? I just figured it out. I cracked the code, guys. It's called exhaust. Do we want to crew this? If we crew it, we can't block. I'm gonna play it safe in case he does have the spell that deals 2. 1 red instant. I don't want this to blow up until we've exhausted something. Get a little bit of value from it, since we are semi-close. Still 3 lands away, but we have 1. Okay. Fang Guardian. We could run over now in response if he... Or even Fang, right? Yeah. Let's go for it. Let's see what he does. I don't want to sit back and do nothing when we've got a perfectly good attack this turn. Okay. It's so crazy that run over costs 1. So if he swings, we get to Fang, pump the Aether Hive, and then block. If he has to use a removal spell on my 4-2 just so his 3-1 lives, then I'm happy. Yep, he did have the Road Rage, by the way. But yeah, we actually, I mean, we get to kill his 3-1 here anyway. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. Ooh, that card is nasty. I do not like to see that card, but we can either blow it up immediately. Does he have enough? He needs 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If he top decks a land, he suddenly gets a 5/5 flying vigilance. I don't really want to allow, but we could still run it over. Yeah, I'm going to do this because we can swing for so much here. I mean, again, it does get diminished. It's actually only going to swing for 2 and then 3. This card is nuts. You get 2 of them on board? I had someone get 3 of them on board against me. Because there's like ways to clone stuff in blue. Ooh. Okay, I don't like that. Loot is scary. He leaves a red open. He could have left any color open. Why would you leave red open? I'm not sure. I guess he wants... Okay, so he swings. And then we can't block with the mammoth. Because then first strike and then 3 damage. That being said... And this thing is tapped. We blow this up. We do 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're just going to run over the loot instead. Can we... No, we can't double block. Okay. Okay. You got me. Gains life. That's good enough to crew, so it's good enough for me. We also need 5 for this. Also gets me to my 7th. Alright, I guess we should have done this first, because now we could blow that up in response, but why would you ever blow that up in response when you could blow up the 3/3 in response? We should have saddled first with the 3/3. We mess up? Yeah, we messed up. Because you can't... So that's what I was confused, right? So you can't saddle... You can saddle only as a sorcery, so we should have saddled first. But you can crew in response to things, which is what got me thrown. Okay. I do want to create another 3/3 though. Lose out on 3 damage only? I think having more creatures against him having nothing is better than swinging for an extra 4 here. I think. Because next turn we can pump this into a Trampler, and then the wider we are, he's going to have to face down a Trampler and being wide. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright, 6-0. What? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think green top end is just absurd. Going second again. Not a very good opening hand, but obviously not going to pitch it here. Don't need more blue sources for the rest of the game. That is for sure. Interesting thing to see here. Gives me a little bit of information. If I'm 6-0, my opponent's probably 6-0. Probably playing a crazy artifact deck, it would be my guess, based on this information. If you're both 0-0, it's kind of hard to tell what someone's doing based off of one card, but if you're 6-0 and you know your opponent's probably also 6-0, maybe a safe bet to assume that they have a very cohesive, good deck. Okay, so start your engines. When this creature enters, you get a 2/2 zombie. Max speed, whenever creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1, you gain 1. Okay. He's going to get max speed very quick because he is a flyer and I can't stop it yet. Next turn we could play the Hazard, but kind of think we blow up the Embalmed. Can't tell if this card is good or not. There's so many good cards in this set that every card feels good enough to kill. Means none of them are good enough to kill. Yeah, that's the kind of card we want to kill. That's the kind of card we need to be very concerned about. I said no more blue sources, please. Well, we're going to have 7 for the exhaust ability here. My opponent could see my hand, he'd be pretty happy that we have nothing going on over here. If he kills that, we're just dead, you know. Okay. Bouncing this is not ideal, as he then gains another life, and I lose another life. And the tempo doesn't really matter. That would be helpful. To run this over before he gets to do anything. Alright, we're to bounce it. Where do we bounce this? Oh, he gets a Surveil too. I'd rather take another damage. I'd rather take another damage and cause him to use more mana, I should say. Because now he theoretically probably can't kill my Harrier yet. Oh, now he could. But we want to be able to run over the 3-4 before. This is scary. I don't know how we stop 2 fly. I mean, 2 damage a turn is just too much. Like if we kill the Pack Terror Doll and leave the 2 flyers, we need something with reach, and I don't think we have anything else with reach. The Ketrodon has reach, and I think that's it. We have Broken Wings, which I don't think we've seen in any games. We do have the Web Strike Elite actually has reach. He'd be a nice find. This is going to be unfortunate. We can't do both. Or we can do both. No, we can't do both because we only have one more green source. Okay. I think you have to kill the doll. See if we can goad him into a bad block here. I think we just blow up the doll before he hurts me. But we are now on a, like, 6-turn clock max. 5-turn clock, actually. Probably more like a 4-turn clock. Okay, there goes my Scurry Foot. He didn't do anything helpful. Alright, he's got no cards left, though. We can get something good. This does not classify as good. Oh my god. Jeez, that was not good. Okay. Opponent gets this Surveil here, and 2, by the way, and gets to, if he just draws a land, even after surveilling 2, can discard it and draw a different card. So he's going to be able to filter his draws very effectively. He kept both on top. Alright, we need some answers. Come on. Really? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I think we're just dead now. Opponent already knows what he just was going to draw here, too. I mean, he didn't draw anything bad. Yeah, that's how to probably do it there. Okay. GG's. Almost had a perfect 7-0. I don't have any of our good stuff, but it's an okay hand. We can play a turn 1, we can play a turn 2. We needed you last game, Ketrodon. Where were you? Okay, opponent on a mulligan to 6. Second Scurryfoot, huh? Okay. Decent start. Wow. That's the first time I've seen someone play this. A 0-8. Just a wall. Massive, massive wall. I mean, we can play out Seed of Arma here. She doesn't do anything. Or he. I don't know what Sita means. Scurryfoot, Sita. Sita can't do anything. We need land. We desperately, desperately need land. Might have to cycle the Ketrodon. Is there a world where we just cycle and play the other Scurryfoot? Feels pretty bad. We'll just go wide here. I think wide against one tall wall that does nothing is probably our best bet. Gets to block 2 damage each turn. Okay, he can't crew this, so that's fine for now. We missed our land, though, which really sucks. And cycle this and destroy something that costs 1. No. I can put 0 +1/+1 counters on here. I think we're going to cycle the Ketrodon, which really sucks. God, the Web Strike's so good, too. Well, if we cycle this and end up drawing a forest, we can still play the Web Strike. That's the best bet that we could have had, so thank you for that. Okay. Now we're kind of in trouble. The Thopterus does nothing, and once he has anything to crew his Thopter, we're just kind of hooked right now. Until we find lots of land and can pump Seed of Arma into a threat. So that gets to crew the thing. In fact, it can crew 2 things. Ah, he kills my Seed of Arma. That was like my only hope. Now we're kind of screwed, huh? Now we don't want the land. Now we need something else. Alright, well. Might be digging here. Yeah, I'm going to go digging. I think opponent's on a very slow start. It stinks that we are kind of too. The irony is if we find something big, we can't actually play it. Yeah, we only have 5 mana. I'm not really sure what we're digging for. I definitely want the Hazard of the Dunes. For the 9/7 would come in handy here as well. I'm going to return this to my hand, but that's okay. We get to draw first. And there's our 6-drop, and we lose a run over, which is unfortunate. We do need a top deck of land now. Thinks that we lost our Ketrodon now because that one actually has reach. Alright. What is sitting on 1 card? Got a bunch of flyers, but our Web Strike Elite is holding back the small ones at least. Looks like he's about to blow it up. Ear Seeker, oh my god. This card is kind of busted. Every time I've played against it, it's just unstoppable. You literally can't block it. It's a huge body. So it blocks well. What are you supposed to do? My Death Toucher does nothing against it. Super obnoxious. At least this can stop the Thopter, but I mean, now he can start swinging for 5. He just needs to do it twice and then we're dead. And he has 6, which is what it costs. Plus he can activate it with this. No, this is the one that counters an instant or sorcery. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can't even swing with the Mammoth here. Okay. Get the Sky Serpent out. Card doesn't really do anything to impact the board. Immediately. It's almost maybe better to just have pumped my Sky Serpent, but that also doesn't super help. I think we're just going to be stuck in a stalled board state here. If I still had Seed, it would be in good shape. Land is not helpful. Broken Wings would be nice. Plow through. I mean, we need to kill the Gear Serpent, and I don't know how. I don't think we have anything that can kill it. We could fight it with Plow through. I can't even run it over. We need the truly, I think the Hazard of the Dunes is like maybe the only thing we have, and the Tarian World Tyrant. That's pretty much it. We're just in very bad shape here. Again, I think I need to get this out just for the flying blocking rather than using the Sky Serpent. Because the thing about the Sky Serpent is it doesn't thin your deck out per se. It doesn't find land and then shuffle. It puts them on the bottom of your deck. So maybe you know what cards you're not going to draw a little bit better. But it's not going to like thin out my deck so I don't draw land. I won't draw land later in the game because there won't be land at the bottom of the deck, but that doesn't help me now, right? We'd still draw land. Yeah, I mean, I guess now we just have to go, right? We're dead next turn, basically. Fun. Yeah, I don't even think we can block everything, right? We have 2 ways to block flyers. He's going to get 7 through next turn. We're just dead. Man, that sucks, dude. We can find a run over or something off the top. We wouldn't have been able to actually even play it with this, but we were just dead anyway. That sucks. Super frustrating. We actually have a 3rd flyer, but I mean, we're still basically just dead. This doesn't even do anything. It says giant walls. Alright, whatever. I'm sure he'll top deck something disgusting too. Planes. They always do. Freaking planes. Ay, ay, ay. Mole does nothing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was a world where we could have gotten wide enough with some Scurryfoot pumping last turn instead of doing nothing, basically, but I don't think so. You can block way too much and then just lapse back for too much. Okay. Okay, we were 6-0, now 6-2. I'll be very upset if we do not get this trophy. We're on the draw, and we don't have our land. That is awesome. I'm going to keep. We've got the pothole mole. Very slow here.
Stop.
Dog picks a good time to start whimpering. Luckily, opponent on a slow start as well, otherwise we'd be in big trouble. Ooh, forces me to discard my run over, broken wings. That sucks. That sucks. I mean, I guess if you're an artifact deck, you get rid of the broken wings. Alright, we hit the blue source, so that's good news. We can get a blue or a green. We have plenty of green. Makes me sack something? Yeah, okay. Not great. Opponent gonna run me over. He was stuck on land for a turn. Did we just run over this 2-1? Prevent him from getting closer to 4 speed. Oh. No, we don't. Okay. That'll be one we kill immediately here. Okay. So if we bounce this, he gets to play it again and make me discard an instant or sorcery, which we don't have currently. He can't see 2 of my cards, but he does know that 2 of them are not instants or sorceries. Now that we've used our run over, though, I will block. We'll block exhaust. Okay, that's fine. It's going to do some damage, but thing's still going to die. Well, we were going to flood kind of here. Merfolk would have been nice because we could have drawn a bunch of cards, so that's the only thing on the bottom of the deck now is the Merfolk. He's at 4 speed. He's stuck on lands. If we have tons of big cards in this deck. If we can find any of them, we'd be in good shape. Okay. Is there a world where this is better at just destroying something and hoping that I can find my late game at some point? Because, I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to play a creature. He's going to crew this. We're going to have to trade it anyway. We just cycle it. Maybe we just cycle it. We get to draw a card and destroy this, which is what we would do anyway. Sure. triple check I'm reading this right. Destroy up to 1 artifact or enchantment with X value. There's our... Okay, it's not a 6-drop, but it's a 5-drop. I'll take it. I'll take a big 5-drop threat here. He's got nothing on board. The S-Guzzler's annoying. We can bounce at least one thing. This comes back in tapped. He can sack stuff at any point now. It'll cost 1. Okay, but then he gets a draw, which is absurd. We have 9 mana, so we can actually go a 4 and 5 here. And so I will. We'll go Dunes and Tarion, and now we can bounce something next turn and hopefully start putting in some damage so we can pump the Hazard. I'm a little bit nervous because he hasn't played much removal yet. We haven't played many creatures. And he could be sitting on one of those murders. Whale Gorger is annoying, but I don't know if he... Okay, he noticed that I do have a reach creature there. 7. Alright, so we can't pump and do this, but I think we're just swinging. Yeah, I mean, he can't sack anything right now, so I can't let him hit me with that Oil Gorger, though. I think we're just going to go with the 9/7. I think he'll just eat it because he can't sack anything at the moment. And this makes this play awkward because I don't want to... I don't want to bounce anything this turn. Yeah, I mean, I think we just pass and then we're going to pump the... Okay. That has... He can give it haste. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, he tapped out. His Raceway actually gives haste. It might have been a huge miss by him, because if he had pumped... if he had given the 7/2 haste, like, we'd probably have to block it. Okay, bounce off is huge. Okay, okay. Now we're back in the driver's seat here. So... we bounce the 7/2. We swing with the 9/7. He probably blocks with a couple things. And then we might be able to get him. I mean, do we swing with both and then we can bounce off whatever he tries to... Oh yeah, this also reduces his speed. That's actually huge. Because now his Oil Gorger does not currently have lifelink. So we can bounce the 4/1 probably. Or is he just dead? 9, 10, 16. So if we bounce this, he's dead. He blocks 1. Math for the win, baby. Let's go. I did the math. First Aetherdrift trophy. Let's go. Beautiful win there. If I do say so myself. Had to add up to 15 in math. Let's take a peek at the deck again, because this deck was pretty good. I didn't think it was anything phenomenal. We had some really good top-end cards for green, which is what green's got. I think the Trample, I think the Hazard of the Dunes might just be the best uncommon in the set. Or common. I'm colorblind and can't tell the difference between this and this. This is uncommon. This is a common. If I'm reading that right. This card is absurd either way. It's really good. 4 mana base, 4/4 trample reach is already good. And then you can turn it into 7/7 late game. And again, it seems to me like a lot of these games are just stalling out. And then you need the trample to push through the damage. So we had 3 run over. The Web Strike Elite was nice. Seed of Arma only came in handy 1 time. But also baited some removal at least once. We only got to play the Mind Spring once or twice. Pretty cool. Yeah, the Spike Shell Harrier, definitely a rock star. This card's pretty great. It is unlike cards in the past that are very, very similar that were not as good because you had to have them tapped in order to bounce the things. This, you can just bounce anything. And if your opponent has like a big token, you get to destroy it. I mean, it's a really, really good card for the tempo as well. Bang Guardian came in handy a number of times. Yeah. Overall, the bounce off also. 1 mana, instant speed. I think it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Very, very nice. All in all, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below to let me know you got to the end and that we got our first trophy. Until next time.